Hi, I'm Sabrina with Beanie Crochets and welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I will say that. It was an eventful week for me last week. I had my baby shower Saturday. Easter was Sunday. We had to do something Monday. I don't remember what it was. And then I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. So my running around didn't stop until yesterday. And it's okay. But before all of the crazy eventful things, I was able to sit down and get some things done throughout the week. So that's what I wanted to show you in this vlog. I wanted to show you the things that I made. And then also, we're going to be kind of reviewing. I don't want to really say reviewing because, you know, this isn't a yarn review, but we're going to see if this is good enough yarn to use for projects that I will be making this summer. But I ordered this yarn off of Shein. I got like 6 skeins for $20. So I was like, well, it matches what I need. It's not that expensive. They were like $3 and some change a skein, I think, just because of the sale that was going on with them. They're all from the same company. I don't know what company it is, but they're all from the same company. And I wanted to kind of test those out. And then I also wanted to talk about projects I have coming up that I have ideas for, and I'm super excited. So if you remember in, I think my first vlog, I was talking about how I don't really do Ami much. Well, I decided to change that up this past week because I found some cute patterns. And if you remember my last vlog, I was talking about using the chenille Premier Parfait Chunky Fruits that I got in the apple colorway to make a dragon. Well, I made the dragon, and I got the eyeballs off of Amazon, and he's so cute. He is adorable. Obviously, you know, he's not the greatest. I probably should have gone down at least a half size in my hook, but look at him. He's adorable. So cute that I decided he needs friends. So I will be ordering more of the Parfait Chunky Fruits in different colors and making more. And my mother also wants one, and she wants me to weight it for her. So that is one of the lovely things that we've made. We're gonna go in order. I also made this guy. Don't come at me for his head being lopsided. His mushroom cap is hot glued on because I couldn't sew it on straight. But look at him, he's so cute. He's very top heavy. But I finally made the viral mushroom guy 2 years late. After him, I found this cute pattern by Crochet by Kris, I believe. And I made a bunny. And I finished him on Easter. This is Mr. Hops. I love him so much. But that is his name. And he was such a hit at Easter that my fiance's cousin wanted me to make him one too, and he's 3, and he wanted it red. So this was the closest red that I could get. But I have bunnies. I'm so excited about these. They're so nice too. I ended up ordering more yarn to make another white bunny. But those are those. So going to the things that I normally make. We know that I got a very big Premier order in. It was my very first Premier order. And how I bought a bunch of cotton and also the Parfait Chunky. Well, I will show you some things that I've made in the last week. This was in the last vlog, but it still counts. The retro multi mesh market bag. I'll set that there. The Water Lilies mesh market bag. I absolutely adore this one. This one was so nice. And the cotton's really soft too. I don't know why people hate on it. This one is a lot softer than Lily Sugar and Cream and Peaches and Cream. I don't know why it's hated on so much. Might be because it's recycled cotton. That's probably why it's softer. But those two are what I made with the cottons last week. I finished this morning, which is the double-stranded knit beanie by PassioKnit Kelsey. I love her channel. My fiance will come into the room and be like, "Are you watching Bangs?" I'd be like, "Well, yes, I am." Because he never remembers Kelsey's name, like, ever. But he knows exactly who I'm watching every single time he walks in the door. And then last night, I made 12 scrunchies. I will show you the 3 colors I made them in. I still have to weave in the ends, I know. But I made 4 in each color. Again, PassioKnit Kelsey's video tutorial. That is an absolute... They're just so easy to make. I finished 3 skeins of yarn last night just making those. We're gonna put these back in the bag. And then the newest bag. The newest bag that is not sitting right because of everything in it. But this is the Mosaic Brick Tote by Loops and Love Crochet. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. Look at that. This is my first time doing mosaic crochet as well, but it's amazing. And I'm going to be making more in so many different colors. Now let's talk the Shein yarn. I haven't even taken them out of the packages yet, but I got 2 of these purple color. I think this was called Denim. It's gorgeous. White, pink, and red. I don't know which one we're gonna start with, but I kind of want to start with the white. All right, it's officially out of the packaging. It is quite soft, I will say that. It feels a lot like the other t-shirt yarns that I've been using. This is a 200 gram skein, is what the listing said. We're gonna try it. I vaguely remember the pattern that I'm using. Okay, so I got the little circle done just to test. It's very shiny, it's very nice. It does smell weird, I will say that. But I think it just needs to be aired out. It's been in a package for goodness knows how long. But I think that looks good. It works up pretty nice. It's soft once it's worked up. I think that's okay. Now, I was only using the white to test out the yarn. I think the first thing that I want to make out of this is probably going to be in the pink, just because I've done blue with the other 3 so far. So I think we're gonna do that. Okay, so I do think that going with the pink is a good option for that one bag. I'm still not saying what it is because I still haven't figured out how I'm doing the straps for the bag. But you'll probably end up seeing some of it in this vlog, so it's okay. I've been on a pink kick recently and I don't know why. Just like really light pinks, not dark pinks. I do want to talk about 2 other projects that I want to start working on. One of them is just a market bag with the Sprout Stripe colorway from Premier Home Cotton, just because it's a pretty color and it's spring and why not. But the other one is something that I've really been wanting to do, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it right for right now. Also, just got off the phone with Stefan. He will be coming home and working on his car, and then after he works on his car, we get to go to Ollie's, as long as it's still open by the time he's done. and my project list might get longer depending on if we find yarn at Ollie's, because I've found yarn at Ollie's before. But the biggest project that I've been planning in my head is going to be done with this Karen cotton cake. It is the colorway Beach Glass, and as of right now, I am 8 months pregnant, but I want to make myself like a mesh skirt cover-up thing and like a mesh like top cover-up thing for the beach this summer, because I should be able to enjoy the beach for at least like the last month of the summertime. So that's something else I want to work on, and this colorway is just so beachy and I love it. So gonna figure out how to do that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fully do it because I'm not going to be the same size that I am now in 3 months, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so we got one circle done. We have to start the second one. I've realized that if I crochet over my ends and then I just sew in the other one at the end, it looks a lot better and it's kind of cleaner. But look at how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. And you can't tell where I stopped, but it's okay. I will say one of the things I absolutely hate about using t-shirt yarn is not being able to get my magic ring closed and then having to frog it to redo it. Side number 2 is done. This side, you have to leave this part attached. But my hands are starting to hurt, so I'm going to change projects. So I just realized that saying that my hands hurt, I'm gonna switch to a different project doesn't make sense, but I switched to making a market bag. I don't have to have a tight grip on my hook for this. But also, do you guys do this too? Not chain one between your single crochet rows? It gives it such a straighter edge. I don't know. I've just stopped chaining one when I make these. I like it. It's nice. Mr. Hops has entered the chat. Whoa. I do have 2 yarn orders I'm waiting for to come in, but one of them is from Lion Brand, and Lion Brand's closed on the 8th and the 9th this month, and then the other one I just got a notification saying that it is about to ship, so that should probably get here Monday or Tuesday, so the next vlog will have those in them. Hopefully the other one gets here next week too, but who knows. And then I have ideas for everything coming in, so I'm excited about the next vlog. The next vlog's gonna be fun. The next vlog's gonna be like really Ami focused, if I'm being honest. Like really Ami focused, and I don't do Ami like that, but why not, right? Anyway, Mr. Hops, what do you think of the color? I'm liking the color. It's really nice. But we're gonna continue working on this. It is lunchtime, so I'm going to go get some lunch and probably take a break because my head is starting to hurt. All right, so before we end tonight, I wanted to show you, we are almost done the sprout stripe. I just have 1 or 2 more rows left on the handles. I haven't fully decided if I want to do 1 or 2. We did end up going to Ollie's, and I did find some more juicy. So I would like to show you the colors that we found. And then that is going to be it for the night. So I got 2 of each. This is called Poppy and it's sparkly. Angel, and it's just regular, no sparkles. It's actually really soft. It's softer than the other ones. And then Pink Lemonade. Again, I got 2 of each. They were $2.99 a pop, so nothing too crazy. We ended up getting some dinner, went to a diner, and now we're home and I'm going to relax, finish my bag, and probably go to bed. But that is all for tonight. I will see you tomorrow. Alright, so a little bit of a change in scenery today. We're in my bedroom. I haven't been feeling good. I've just kind of been bed rotting today. But I did get some crocheting done. Ta-da! This is what I made with that lovely Shein yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I know the shine of it you can't really see on the camera as you can in person. But that 200-gram skein left me with this much. I did get to use a 6mm hook for this one instead of a 5mm hook that I've been using for the other ones. So it looks like I will be ordering more Shein yarn, which is crazy for me to say, but it's okay. I got some work around the house done, organized some baby stuff, and now I'm getting ready to make the mesh shrug that I was talking about yesterday with the cotton cake, and I'm hoping it turns out the way that I want it to. I don't want to start the skirt yet because I know I'm going to have to put elastic in the waistband, and that's just a little too much for me right now. But other than that, I might work on some scrunchies later. If I do, I'll throw in a clip, but that's all for today. I'll have more tomorrow. I do get to order some Premier yarn today, so I'm excited about that. Other than that, yeah, I have nothing. Alright, so I have finished both the front and the back panel. They were just worked up together. And then it's sitting in a nice spot. I like the way it's sitting. It's sitting like not too far up, but not too far down, if that makes sense. But now it's time to, I guess, connect and work on the sleeves. Good morning. We are in the bedroom again today because I don't feel like moving. But I do want to show you the progress we made last night. So last night I did end up finishing one of the sleeves. I am going to be blocking this because as much as I love it, I feel like it could use a blocking. If I can get this to sit right, all right. And then it comes all the way down my arm. Now I am gonna block it just for the sole purpose of, you know, making this a little bit longer, but I'm loving this as of right now. It's turning out exactly the way I want it to. Maybe this is like a little bigger than I wanted, but it's okay. I'm gonna get the second sleeve worked on, and I stopped at like literally the exact same spot that I started this sleeve on, so they should match, hopefully. But I'm excited. That is what we're going to do. I did get to place my Premier order last night, and I did something a little different. I grabbed more of the chunky fruits because cider needs friends, and I grabbed yarn for a sweater, but they also have their mystery boxes right now, and I felt like I wanted to try a mystery box, so that went in, and I stayed in budget, which is beautiful. So now I just have to wait for it to come in, and it'll be in next week, hopefully by the time I start filming. But we're going to get this other sleeve done and continue working throughout the day. Okie dokie. I just finished my second sleeve. I will, again, be blocking this. I do like how it's sitting. It's not too crazy. I had to take the stitch marker out, and I got the sleeves to somewhat, let me put my thumb through there, to somewhat like line up. Oh, they almost they like perfectly line up. Okay, I'm so happy about that. I did have to cut the skein a little bit and tie it in over here, so I didn't have too much brown on this side. I think you can see like 3 rows of brown, but also my back panel has brown. But I really like this. I'm so excited. This is so nice. I think I might try and start the skirt. Or I might do a bag before fully going in on garments, because I have this much left as of right now. I definitely would have to get more. There's like 530 yards in that skein, so it's not too terrible. I don't know how I feel about the armpit situation, how like weird it looks here, but other than that, I really like it. It's so nice, and it's soft. So it's not, like, it is cotton and acrylic, but it's not too terrible. I'm happy. This is amazing. This is nice. Let's move on to the next project. So I decided that we're going to start with the skirt for right now. I'm only doing the waistband portion, and I'm not going to fully join it into a circle yet. But I did a chain of 13, and it's going to be folded in half. So then it'll be that size. And I will be putting elastic through it. But also, I think I'm going to do half double crochets instead of singles, because I want to be able to thread like a tie through it as well. And I figured that would probably be better with half double crochets instead of single crochets. Alrighty, so since I last saw you, I've done a couple things. I took a nap, for one. I worked on the waistband of the skirt. This is what I have so far. I need to find a skirt that I made before I got pregnant and measure the circumference of the waistband. And then I'll be able to continue with this. There is going to be elastic in it, but that's all the crocheting I have done today. I went to a store that's sadly, this location's closing. I love it, but almost everything in there was 50% off. So I only spent like 50 bucks on everything that I got, but it's okay. That is going to be it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a like, and if you don't mind subscribing, that would be cool too. I will see you in the next video. Bye.